Welcome all of you risk takers and truth seekers to podcast Life, the Battlefield. Before we start, I have a question for you. Do you hire virtual assistants or digital nomads to save the cost and streamline your business? If so, you might want to rethink everything. This is why I traveled to Bali, the crown jewel of digital nomad culture, to uncover the hidden dangers that companies are blind to. Needless to say, while the Instagram posts show laptops by the beach and the allure of paradise, beneath the surface lies a chilling reality. Data breaches, industrial espionage, and social engineering schemes thrive in this seemingly idyllic lifestyle. Remote work has turned the globe into an open office, but the risks of outsourcing to paradise are far greater than most businesses realize. I was always mesmerized seeing the boys and girls sitting next to the pool, inside the pool with their laptops, and they're working serious work. It cannot be done. So if you care about your business, if you are even a little bit serious about success of your business, you might sit to the end of this video. That carefree lifestyle or late night parties and daytime work could be a Trojan horse for catastrophic losses. Ones that put your sensitive data, your intellectual property, and company reputation on Life the Battlefield. This podcast, we expose the hidden dangers, false gurus, and trends that can cripple your business, your reputation. This time, we'll reveal how outsourcing the digital nomads in paradise could be your company's biggest mistake. Hence, why I have nice color skin and spend a lot of time observing on the sun. But before we continue, let me welcome all of you, and all of you risk takers and truth seekers, welcome to Life the Battlefield podcast, where we expose fake gurus through human intelligence methods. My name is Bekes, and I hold the Guinness World Record for the longest live audio broadcast. As well, I spent 1,800 consecutive combat days, and my professional career includes working in military and diplomatic intelligence security services. As well, I'm the best-selling author and have passion for podcasting. And in today's episode, we will discuss who are digital nomads, is it your data safe, intellectual property, and do they really doing work you are paying them? So, are you ready to learn the truth? Let's dive in. First, we need to discuss, why do people become digital nomads? Being a digital nomad has considerable appeal. It offers flexibility to work according to one's own schedule, freedom from traditional 9-to-5 routine, and the opportunity to explore remote locations. Of course, digital nomads has been told in digital media, on social media platforms, you don't need to work 9-to-5. You just bring your laptop in the pool and you're gonna make a lot of money anywhere in the world. Wrong. Remote locations. For many, Bali presents the ideal setting. I must say, there are beautiful beaches, famous rice terraces, and a way of life that welcomes leisure and meditation. Those looking for reasonably priced living and also appeal in remote work. Low cost, it's a hallmark of Bali. Living in Bali. So let digital nomads maximize their incomes and enjoy better quality of life. So they will charge you a lot of money. For you, that looks very affordable. They're living in a low budget environment and they're making money. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Again, you need to stay to the end of this video, because I want to save you money. I want to save you the trouble. I want to save you the loss of your reputation, intellectual properties. For many remote workers on little budgets, a villa with a private pool, world-class dining and wellness activities is a luxury. But when you go to Bali, it doesn't look like this. For those looking for a fresh start or escape from conventional employment settings, Bali appeals because of its mix of affordability and beauty. So let me talk to you about Bali. So arriving at Bali quite late night. I've done a couple of videos. I'm gonna put in description section so you can watch it. Bali is part of Indonesia. So you need to understand two things. Indonesia, it's a 90% Muslim country, 10% Hindu. However, Bali is spiritual because it's a 90% Hindu, 10% Muslim. However, it's a third world country. When I say third world country, and that can raise the bar about risks and breaching security when it comes to your intellectual property, when your IP, your reputation, and the documents. So let's go talk about Bali. Bali is a problem for digital nomad. Is it or not? The infrastructure I saw in Bali has changed to me the flood of digital nomads. No question asked. The island business scene, from modern cafés with a free Wi-Fi to co-working venues like a Dojo Bali in Canggu, aims to attract remote workers. But my visit to Bali exposed another aspect of this apparently perfect way of life. Many digital nomads operate in unofficial groupings, frequently in open environments like shared office spaces or beach bars. Or they're in a pool with the laptop left open on the side of the pool while they're enjoying some cocktail in the pool. Now, cooperation creates questions regarding secrecy, even it can be inspire innovation. I saw people not just talking loudly about client projects in public, sharing displays in packet areas, and even leaving private information on unoccupied devices clearly visible. Now, for the companies, depending on their laid-back attitude at work, creates major concern. So guys, when you hire somebody overseas, virtual assistant, digital nomad, you never saw them, but somebody refer them to you. Ask yourself how they safeguarding your data, because information, after all, it's a most valuable commodity in business, and you giving your information to digital nomads who are enjoying the cocktail in the pool and leaving your documents on the side. Interesting. So let's go talking about security and data protection. So again, I say my research was in person. My investigation was concluded by observing, talking, viewing, listening, and trying to capture as much possible information about how the digital nomads handling safety and how putting security of the client's data and information in that settings. Lack of safe communication and data protection is one of the biggest hazards to companies hiring digital nomads. Remote work requires a robust digital infrastructure to ensure the protection of intellectual property, proprietary information, and private data. Sadly, these criteria are often absent in many well-known digital nomad locations, including Bali. But why is that? Well, most digital nomads using public Wi-Fi in hotels, cafes, or co-working spaces indispensable. These rarely secured networks leave communication and data transfers vulnerable to hacking. Now, when I was in two hotels in Bali. I used some of the hotel Wi-Fi on something totally irrelevant from my work. So I bring with me my iPad, which is very clear, nothing there except one social media platform, so I can test these things. And of course, do you believe that my data wasn't attempted to be hacked? So I talk about my Instagram, my fake Instagram account. The moment I log myself on Wi-Fi, half an hour later, I get in the warning from the Instagram that somebody tries to enter and access my Instagram, which is fake. That one is fake. 30 minutes. Now imagine you send your data to digital nomads in Bali who are sitting in those hostels and hotels and bars and pubs and using their public Wi-Fi. What's the problem? Because shared, unprotected network could be a valuable source and hackers seeking to access the data. Based on my studies, I found people operating from devices with a few security precautions. I asked them. Some freely let friends have access to laptops or neglected to lock their screens after leaving. Data leaks becomes far more likely without enough encryption or VPNs. This is the casual work environment. You can picture yourself working beside a pool. Could be interesting. I saw this so many times and couldn't understand why nobody questioned this. That is not fit for upholding security or professionalism. So if you hire people who are using your data information sitting in a pool, good luck to you. Monitoring adherence to data security standards become challenging without regulated office environment. Many digital nomads use free consumer-grade communication technologies lacking end-to-end encryption. Companies handing sensitive data to such systems run the danger of leaks or illegal access. Again, if you hire these people, stay with me to the end of the video. Now you ask yourself, why Bali? Well, Bali appeals to digital nomads stems from its ability to balance costs, infrastructure, and culture. After all, young people want to communicate, they want to socialize, they want to party, they want to do, the spiritual things, they want to find themselves, they want to swim in the virgin lakes. I saw all of this. They are interested to work, of course, to make money. But if you, in any moment, you believe that most digital nomads are looking after you first, you are mistaken. But why Bali? The island provides a network of like-minded workers, wellness resorts, and lots of co-working spaces. I've been in Canggu and Ubud. Yeah, there are modern conveniences, networking events, and rapid internet, at least by local standards, catered especially to remote workers. Because, as I say, Bali is a third world country, so if they invested government into some things, that internet be a little bit faster and more accessible to everybody. There's a couple convenience stores. It looks modern and fashionable, but guys, it's a third world country. So digital nomads don't go there to just work. It's a low cost living, looks appealing. However, your work is in the middle, unprotected, unsafe, using the data and internet with your informations in environments which are easily can be controlled by your competitor who can come and send people in Bali just to collect the data about your work. Digital nomads live impermanent lives. Hence, there is a little responsibility or control. People come and go. Hence, firms have little choice for reaction should something go wrong. Because you need to ask yourself, are they doing the work or partying? I encountered many digital nomads in Bali that their recreational offerings typically take precedence over their work. What that means? Well, events in networking often mix into parties and the emphasis move from output to leisure. Guys, I never saw so many people in Canggu and Ubud, communicating very early in the morning and socializing in different settings, coffee shop, restaurants, whatever you want to call. I think you should be on a laptop and working, from your room, whatever you are, hiring there. But no, it's a moment when everybody's meeting, then they gotta do some work. By lunchtime, ready settings are changing. Your work comes on a back burner and they're partying and enjoying at first place. You need to ask yourself, what's the dedication to you? And this is what leads me this podcast. Is it safe to hire digital nomads in Bali? Well, risks are real. Businesses can take steps to mitigate them. So let me share with you what you can do from my point of view as a professional who is doing investigations and interrogations. Number one, you can vet candidate thoroughly. Conduct background checks and request references to ensure their reliability of potential hires. Require freelancers to use VPNs, encrypted communication tools, and secure devices. You need to ask them to prove you that they're using encrypted communication tools and secure devices, not just some laptop from the local shop because it's cheaper in Bali to buy, and they running your work on those unprotected devices. Ask them to prove to you. Number three, sign confidentiality agreement or NDA. Make NDA and data protection clauses a standard part of contracts. Most importantly, number four, you need to monitor compliance. Use tools to track project progress and ensure adherence to security protocol. Number five, you need to set clear boundaries. You need to define expectations for communication, work hours, and the handling on sensitive information. This is the 5 steps you can take right now if you're hiring anybody overseas. Anybody, not just the digital nomads. Virtual assistants, you need to call accountable and responsible those who work for you remotely. After all, unquestionably appealing as a digital nomad center, Bali presents certain difficulties. Companies must carefully consider the associated hazards when hiring remote specialists. My vacation exposed the flaws as well as the beauty of this way of life. Now, businesses must give security, professionalism, and responsibility a priority as the digital nomads keep on growing. Ultimately, Bali offers a perspective on the future of employment, encompassing both opportunities and challenges, rather than just being a paradise. The benefit for those ready to meet its challenges can be rather remarkable. However, for companies, conducting due diligence is the key to successful navigating this new frontier. My father always told me, you are not rich to buy cheap. If you're hiring continuously cheap labor, it will cost you much more at the end. If you're looking after your business, this is the warning to you. Make it sure that people who work for you remotely are accountable and responsible for work doing for you. Feel free, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about digital nomads and what do you think about Bali itself? Thank you for watching.